Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm gonna talk about Stellium. And actually I got this topic from one of the viewers, Nikhil Mandpe. He wants to know about Stellium, and because he could not find any information on YouTube. So the Stellium is like a Western astrology concept when three or more planets are sitting together in one house. In Vedic astrology, there is a yoga called Parvar Raj Yoga. So they work the same way. The concept is same. In Stellium, like three or more planets. In Parvar Raj Yoga is like four or more planets. When they are clustered together in one house, then it's forming a Raj Yoga in your birth chart. Some people, like if they are new to like astrology, they check their birth chart and they get scared, like, oh, I have like five planets sitting together. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? So, okay, whenever you see like a Parvar Raj Yoga forming in your birth chart, it can be good and bad as well. So I'm going to explain more in like few examples. All right. So, like in Parvar Raj Yoga or Stellium, whatever you want to call it, if you have Rahu or Ketu sitting in your sitting with the planets in one house in Parvar Raj Yoga, it's gonna give you like mixed results. So, but if there are like no Rahu and Ketu with your other planets, then it is going to give you like good results. So why Rahu and Ketu? Why not other planets? I mean, Sun combust all other planets. So why not just like Sun or, So the thing is, wherever Ketu sit, and with any other planet, the other planet loses its power. Ketu is just like pokes other planets and just other planets deflate. If you imagine like other planets as balloon, so Ketu sits with them and just like poke and the other planets just deflate, loses their power. So that's Ketu. Even though like Rahu, Ketu, they are like shadow planets and they don't really exist in the solar system, but they are more powerful. They are even more powerful than Sun. They can eclipse Sun. If Rahu is sitting with your Sun, Rahu is going to eclipse Sun. If Ketu is sitting with your Sun in your birth chart, then Ketu can eclipse your Sun. So they are the most like powerful and most important planets in like birth chart. So they are always like retrograde. So retrograde planets are more powerful. I'm gonna make video about retrograde planets in the future videos. So okay, so if you have like let's say four planets, first let's talk about, is it rare? No, I've seen a lot of birth charts. For some astrologers, they believe like it's rare, but maybe like it's my karma and dharma to consult, people with like Parvar Raj Yoga, because I have seen like quite a few times that like people have 4, 5, 6 planets, sitting together in one house. So as I told you already that if Rahu and Ketu are not sitting with your other planets, then it's a good combination. Rahu Ketu should always like sit alone by their self, because if they are sitting with any other planet, it's just gonna ruin the planet quality. As I already mentioned that Ketu always like poke and other planets, and the other planet just loses their power. And Rahu is your desire. So for example, if Rahu is in your Parva Raj Yoga, and for example, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, all of these planets are sitting with Rahu, then because all these planets represent a different aspect of your life, okay, and Rahu is your desire, and plus all these planets represent a different people in your life. So you're gonna be like really confused about these people, and wherever Rahu sit, Rahu makes you do like something unorthodox regarding that house and regarding that planet. So like if Rahu is sitting in your like 5th house, your education is going to be like something unorthodox. You're going to do something weird. If Rahu is sitting in your 12th house, and like you're going to do something weird related to like foreign travel, or like related to that house. 12th house also like your father's income, because so I mean father's property, because 9th house your father, and 12th is 4th from 9th, so it's your property. So your father is going to do something weird with his property, maybe like he give away all his property. So that's the thing, wherever Rahu sit, you're gonna do something unorthodox regarding that house. And if Rahu is sitting with some planet, like say Rahu is sitting with your sun, your father is going to do something like unorthodox, or he's going to be like some like kind of weird kind of personality. Okay, if Rahu is sitting, Rahu is also your immunity. Sun is your immunity. So if Rahu is sitting there, like you probably gonna have like a problem with your immune system. Okay, if Rahu, my moon is your mind, your thought process. So if Rahu is sitting with your moon, then your thought process is like unorthodox. It gives you like very weird kind of thought process. Okay, and Ketu, if Ketu is sitting with your sun, maybe like your father is away from you, because Ketu is detachment. And Ketu, if sitting with your ascendant, it gives you like weak body. Ketu is sitting with your Mars, it gives you like kind of, you're not courageous. So if Ketu is sitting with your Jupiter, and if if it's a like woman's chart, then it means like you're gonna have problem with your husband. So that's the thing. So Rahu and Ketu should sit alone in like birth chart. Otherwise, don't get me wrong, Rahu and Ketu, they are the reason we are born. And if someone has like legends are born with Rahu and Moon conjunction, don't get me wrong, okay? Because Ketu and Mars always makes you like a Union Council leader. In Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, we have like this system, Union Council. So Ketu, Mars always makes a yoga to make you like Union Council, like local leader. Okay, so they can give you like good results, but in bad results in some aspects and of life, and give you like good results in some aspect of life. So okay, so back to Parva Raj Yoga. So if you see like Parva Raj Yoga forming in any of your birth chart house, it means like your dharma and is like strongly related to that house. Okay, and also the degree of planets, really important in Parva Raj Yoga or Stellium. So whichever planets holding the lowest degree, is gonna control that Parva Raj Yoga. Okay, because that planet is sitting at the lowest degree. Okay, and like yesterday, maybe like 2 days ago, I like saw this birth chart, and the person was like a little bit scared because he had like 5 planets sitting in Dustana, 8th house. So I told him, not to worry about it because I'm gonna make video and I'm gonna share that link with you. So, like 5 different planets in Dustana, Parvat Rajog, if it's forming in like Dustana, then it can create a really, big Raj Yoga. You can be like a living legend. Okay, good houses, good planets. Obviously it's going to give you good results. But let's talk about Dustana. So 6th, 8th, and 12th. These are Dustana houses. So we are done with like good houses. If like Parvat Raj Yoga is forming in like first house, you can do. You're gonna do your dharma regarding the first house. Your major theme of your life is going to be like regarding about the first house. So what is first house? We're gonna come back to the like examples charts, okay, and Dustana houses. So let's just finish with the different houses and different Parvat Raj Yoga forming in different houses. Okay, so if like Parvat Raj Yoga is forming in your first house, what is like first house? First house is your personality, okay, and your physical body, okay, vitality. So you're gonna do something related to something related to that house. Appearance, body, physical body. Maybe you become a bodybuilder, maybe you become like a personality coach or something like that. So if it's forming in your second house, assets, resources, self income, family wealth. So you're gonna do something related to your family or like wealth, like assets. Okay, so major. As I already told you, it can be good or bad. Because of Rahu and Ketu position. So if Rahu and Ketu are not sitting with your Parvat Raj Yoga planets, then it is going to be like good. Okay. So third house, all about like communication, siblings, your neighbors, extended family. So you're gonna do something major regarding these aspects of life. Fourth house, property, parents, mother, home, homeland can be seen through like fourth house. So you're gonna do something major. Okay, fifth house, do something like creative, put something, make like vlogs, blogging, or these type of things. You can do something creative, or like you can do something major regarding about your education or your children, because fifth house we cover children as well. Okay, and your maybe like your girlfriends as well, because fifth house is also about like girlfriends, like relationship before marriage. Okay, sixth house, service. So if you have like sixth house Stellium, Parvat Raj Yoga, you're going to do something great regarding service. Maybe you start an organization, like Red Cross or something like that, St. Jude. You're going to start an organization, and that organization become like really big, and then all of a sudden you become a celebrity because of that organization. Just like ED, ED Foundation from Pakistan. That person was like Sir ED. He was going to be nominated for Nobel Peace Prize, but then Malala got it. But anyway, we are not being political right here. So seventh house, you're going to do something related to like partnership, like contract partnership, not just like any partnership. contract partnership where you sign papers, you know, like marriage, business partners, you know, these type of things. So if it's forming in 8th house, you know, you're going to do something related to other people wealth, other people resources. Okay, so you know, in my previous video I already explained that legends are made in Dusthana houses, you know. So people are always scared of like 8th house. 8th house, I mean, if you have like Parvat Raj Yog forming in 8th house, you're gonna see like from examples which personalities I'm gonna talk about. 9th house, like travel, higher education, you know, like religion, philosophy, all these type of things, you know, you're gonna do regarding these things. Then 10th house, like your profession, fame, like public image, you're going to do something great, you know, regarding those things. So if your Parvat Raj Yog or Stellium is forming in your 11th house, you're gonna do something great regarding 11th house, which means like 11th house is all about like community, you know. 11th house also represents your incoming gains, you know, like everything about, you know, like social networking. So you're gonna do that. 12th house, you know, foreign travel, you know, like you can do a lot of other things, like 12th house represents, you know, service in jails, asylums, you know, hospital care, so you can provide service over there. So all these things. So now we're gonna look at like a couple of examples. You know, those people have like Parvat Raj Yog, and I'm not gonna talk about just, you know, like B-class celebrities or something like that. Let's have a look. So the first chart is Rajiv Gandhi. You know, everybody knows about him. He was a prime minister of India, probably like in 80s, you know. So you see, like he has like Parvat Raj Yog. I'm not really sure about his timing because I got this chart from Astro Sage website. They have like one of the biggest data bank, birth chart data bank out there. So I mean, the rating was like reference. So not really sure about the birth timing, but he has like Parvat Raj Yog forming in the 12th house: Moon, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Sun. You know, you see like 5 major planets formed, clustered in one house. Dusthana, 12th. People get scared, but he became the prime minister of the country. He became the king of the country. Okay. 5 major planets in Dusthana, 12th, you know. So 12th house always scare people. 12th house is like a secret that world keep from you, you know. But he has all the major planets: Moon, Sun, so Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, everything is like sitting in the 12th house. So he became the prime minister. Okay, the next chart is like Osho Rajneesh. You know, like I don't even need to talk about his like life because people know about him. Osho Rajneesh. So he has all the planets sitting. How many planets? 5 planets: Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Sun, Saturn. All of them are sitting in one house. That's the accurate birth timing. So 8th house, major transformation, you know. So this guy started his own like religion, a branch of religion. Okay, so Osho Rajneesh, Bhagwan. So 8th house Stellium, 8th house Parvat Raj Yog. The next chart is like Amitabh Bachchan, one of the greatest, not just Bollywood but in the world, greatest actor in the world. I mean, the guy is still kicking in his probably 80s. So he's like more than like 80 years old, probably. I'm not really sure, but he's still one of the leading, and the highest paid actor in the world. If you just Google top 10 highest paid actor in the world, his name would come up like probably at the 5th ranking or something. And a lot of awards as well, so 8th house, Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Neptune. So Parvar Raj Yoga forming in his 8th house, and the timing of the birth is accurate. I mean, Amitabh Bachchan birth chart is like accurate because he believes, because he has like 4 major planets sitting in 8th house. So he believes in astrology, and one of his I was reading about his like life, and in his documentary he probably like mentioned a couple of times throughout his career that he never missed a chance to read about astrology and horoscope. So he's really interested in horoscope and astrology, and 8th house is like about that kind of matters as well: astrology, tantra, zodiac, horoscopes, like palmistry, Reiki healing, all these things. So don't be scared, like if you have Parvar Raj Yoga forming, in your birth chart, because it can make you even a legend, and legends are not, made just by an average life. The greater the legacy you're going to make, the greater the challenges you're going to face in this life. Okay, if you want to have just like average life, or if you want your kids to have like average life, just pray for like planets spread out, in your in your kid's birth chart, because the more combination you're going to have in your birth chart, the more like good or bad yogas are formed in your birth chart. And as I already mentioned, that legends are not made, just by like spending your life like with average kind of lifestyle. You're going to face a lot of challenges. All right, and that's about Parvar Raj Yoga or Stellium, whatever you want to call it. If you follow like Western astrology, you can call it Stellium. If you follow Vedic astrology, you can call it, like Parvar Raj Yoga. But this is about, these yogas. The next video I'm going to make about different planets and different relationships in our life. Okay, and how they affect us through astrology. Okay, we're going to see that, and we're going to learn that. If you're interested in this topic, just subscribe to the channel, and I give like free consultation. The information is in the description, and if you're interested, just shoot me a text and I will reply back. All right, thank you so much, and take care.